Hi, Joy. How are you doing?
Good. How was your holidays?
So nice. Before we get started, I do have an important question for you that we ask all of our guests, and that is, what is in your glass right now?
I'm having the boring but essential water. It is
Yes.
filtered spring water though, because I read that
Oh,
70% of your body is made of water, and then you should fill it with good water.
yeah, absolutely. I also just have water, so we are on the same wavelength here. What about you, Cassie?
Same, same. I do have it. I finally joined the Stanley train. So I
Oh my
do have it in
gosh.
my Stanley. So very excited about that. But yes, good old water over here as well. Joy, we're super excited just to learn from you. And you have an amazing platform that we've had the honor to use here for a little bit and just collaborate with you, which has been so fun. So thank you for that. But before we dive into the conversation, do you mind just telling us a little bit about your background and why you started Markable AI?
Sure. My background is very nerdy. So I graduated from MIT undergrad, and before that, I actually got a gold medal in mathematics Olympics in China. I was like the only girl, and I actually got it when I was 16 when all the other boys are 17. So so I'm a
Wow.
big nerd. And when I was at MIT, I started another startup. That's my first taste of startup. It was actually a almost like a Facebook, but for overseas, like international students, because they tend to connect with other international students who speak the same language. That was like a niche international student platform, and we actually monopolized the whole world. Actually, we're the first one in that space, and then we got like over 20,000 users within a year, and then it was sold to another big social media platform after that. I felt like I have like a big nerdy part of me, but the other part of me is like really social. So I'm like one of the most social nerds I know. And I have a lot of friends who are in social media platform. Um, and initially, I actually built a AI technology just for social media platform. We work with, Instagram, and we work with TikTok, and we even like talked about acquisition with like Google, with Amazon, and then we eventually launched it with Asia's social media platform. But during that process, I learned a lot of lessons. I realized the people who actually driving social commerce are influencers. So in the past, I was using these technology to mostly serve big platforms. And then they also always try to say, hey, can I acquire you? Which we're not ready to be acquired. We want to have more fun, of course. And then I realized actually social media influencer, if you add their traffic together, they're almost as big as a platform, and they really needs a lot of help. They're not the one to acquire you, but they're the one who constantly they're entrepreneurs, and they create their own social media accounts, and there's a lot of tedious thing to do. So it was really interesting. Two of my neighbors, we become really good friends, and then they are the top social media influencers. One of them is number one for LTK, the other one is like number one for Amazon creators. They sells over $10 million worth of products, and then approaching 20 million. So they both come to me and say, hey, I know you've been building all these technology for big platforms, but have you thought about for influencer? Because I have all these pain points that, for creators, it's really hard to hire really good assistant. And once you hire them, and it can be expensive, there are a lot of things that are actually quite tedious that automations can do. So they come to me and say, hey, can you help me with this and that? Like, for example, updating my website automatically, and then having this comment bot. And initially, we started with just a few features, being a nerd, but then we realized the opportunity is actually huge. And once we launched with just two top creators, and then we get like inquiries, like hundreds of other creators and messaging us. They say, hey, are you guys the one built this for her? Like, I want it too. So then we end up making this a real platform. So just really interesting timing.
Oh, so awesome. And we're going to dive into the features of the platform a little bit more here in a second. But I have to ask because we have a lot of people here listening that are in the corporate space, but they have these aspirations and ideas of creating something of their own, of launching a business. So, curious if you have any quick tips or even just one word of encouragement to those that want to create something for themselves.
Before you do something, be prepared. Like try to find your friends who are experts in the field that you're doing and go to them, get advice, or even, paid advisors some money or some shares at the beginning to really finalize your idea first. Because I noticed a lot of time entrepreneur, like I made the same mistake many times myself. Like I go into this one direction that I think is cool and sexy. I think everybody's gonna want it. But then once you end up go through all the hurdles and people don't really want it because it's like a nice to have, it's not like a biggest pain point to have. So I think now I do a lot more listening. I listen to the content creators, like what feature they want, even though I think something is cool, but they might not think it's actually super needed. So yeah, so we nowadays, we're a software company and we basically rank the priorities based on what we hear from the creators, not like what I think is cool.
Yeah, no, that's great advice. And we always love to hear from founders, when they think through the products that they're launching into the world, it's a lot of behind the scenes of, of trying to figure out what's right for your company and your brand. But we want to chat through some of the features that Markable AI offers. So there's a lot of different things and very exciting things. But first things first, deep links is a big thing on Markable AI. What exactly are deep links and why are they important for creators?
Yeah. It's interesting because we didn't discover deep links. Well, we didn't invent deep links. Deep link has been there, but we noticed like only the top 1% creators are utilizing deep links and the rest are not even aware. So what is deep link is basically, let's say you share an Amazon product link. If you're, making, if you have an Amazon storefront, you're making commissions from Amazon. You share the Amazon link on your stories and then someone click on it, but you're actually still inside the Instagram browser. And then before your followers end up hit the checkout button, they have to log in to their Amazon account before they can buy anything. They have to manually put in their password and username, which I don't even remember because normally my phone just remembers it. So over 70% of people will actually get stuck on that step and they will give up. So most creators, if you're not using deep link, you're actually losing 70% of the commission. So deep link is basically that when you click on the link, it actually calls up the Amazon app with, that product page. So you're immediately inside Amazon app and you're on that product and you can check out right away without having to log in. And we also make sure every deep link has the creator's affiliate information, so they guarantee to get paid the commission. The other thing interesting is that Amazon treat deep links differently. They favor deep link because they count like the moment when the followers opens up the app, then afterward there's like, a 90 days window. Like when they check out this product, it still count towards the creators. But imagine if the user click on a link that's a regular link, they open up in the Instagram browser, like just say they end up add this product to their cart, and later this user click on someone else's affiliate link, then Amazon will count someone else. So you actually don't make commission at all. But deep link kind of reinforces like, I'm the one who called up the app, they added this product. So we guarantee that purchase goes to your commission.
Oh, that is so cool, and I did not even know that, I see now what you say about, like, if you click on the link, it pulls up in the actual Instagram browser, and then it doesn't go right to the app, but then people have to log in. That's crazy. That's
I
it's
know.
so cool to know
No
now.
one wants logging these days.
Yeah, I know. It's so true. Um, okay, many of our listeners are probably really familiar with some link in bio tools. But how does Markable AI's shoppable bio link differ?
Yeah, so there's a couple tools. We didn't invent them. We basically recreated them to make them better. Linking bio is one of them. So a lot of our top 1% creators use linking bio, and they're not just artists, they're also scientists. They keep track of exactly where their income is coming from. And they have seen data that linking bio, that feature, is generating around 30% to 40% of the commission. Because like if you use Linktree, right, you just have a few buttons and then it's kind of boring. Your website always look the same. A linking bio and Linktree, they're competitors. So linking bio, they have something more. They have like the section where you can actually shop their posts. You can revisit the post you just looked at and find it again. So that just make it easier for people to find the product they just saw, right? And improve sales by 30%. So we combine both what Linktree have and Linking Bio has, and we added our own elements because after interviewing with the creators, they actually said even though sometimes their followers like to click on the Linking Bio, but Linking Bio shows the cover image of the content they just posted. But sometimes the cover image looks kind of funny, it doesn't really look like the product they just saw. It's just like the first frame of the video, right? So their followers still have a struggling with, yeah, wait, where is that product again? Because they see a bunch of cover images of their reels on linking bio. So we add another section above linking bio that shows exactly the product they just saw, they click on. So whenever the creators added products to their content, the product will automatically pops up with the nice product images, on their website. So make it even easier. So we actually think that, our website or linking bio version generate like around 60% more, doubled of what linking bio can create. Yeah, so we learn from the best and we make it better.
I love that so much. Okay, I'm also curious how the DM comment automation works with Markable AI. Could you give us an inside look at that?
Yeah, so a lot of creators probably heard of ManyChat. Um, it's a really good tool that allow the creators can engage with their followers. A lot of people are already using it, so they might strike. But we end up having a lot of creators coming to us and say, hey, my Instagram is getting shut down because of ManyChat. And we're like, what happened? Because they use one of the ManyChat feature that they comment to a comment, responds the comment with another comment. But Instagram actually see that as engagement manipulation. So a lot of the creators come to us and say, because they see us almost like their CTO, like their part-time CTO, like they know that we're the tech guys. So a lot of creators, once they use our feature, because we have excellent customer service, they tend to ask us questions from DM or Instagram or through emails. And we learned that, a lot of people coming to us and say their Instagram account got flagged. They lost the account for over 10 days. Some of them, we even had to go to our Facebook network to help them get their account unflagged. It's a very common problem. Like Instagram now has like an AI flagging system. They automatically flag a lot of people based on a certain threshold. So if they see your comments a lot on your own comments area, responding to, many chat messages, they see that as a manipulation and they will flag your account. The other thing is recently, a couple of our top affiliate creators, like who are making money from Amazon storefront, came to us and say, "Hey, I was using ManyChat and now I got my Amazon storefront shut down, account shut down. Amazon says I violated the Amazon operating agreement." And we're looking into it, and turns out like Amazon actually have an operating agreement saying that you cannot share Amazon affiliate links in DMs, even though the top creators are doing it. So, but it's a little bit discrimination in there because the top creators don't get into it, don't get into trouble with Amazon, but the medium and small size creator, if they're not in the managed program, they will get in trouble and they get their storefront shut down. So we realized, okay, this auto response bot, DM bot, is really helpful, but they come with big risk. So we end up reinvented this whole system and create our own comment bot that to avoid these problems. For example, we don't even offer the feature that you can respond the comment with another comment because we know that's doomed to get your account flagged by Instagram. And also, when the creator is sharing the affiliate links in the comment bar, we encourage them to share a link from their website that we automatically created with our system. So they can create the landing page to the products that from their website, because that's what actually Amazon storefront, Target storefront, Walmart storefront, that's what they want. They don't want DM because they cannot monitor what people say in DMs. They feel like it's a black box. They want to be in control, but they like it when you share it on the sharing a public link from your website. They want you to talk about the links on your own website. So that's kind of how we dance through it. And it was interesting because some people say, well, if I go through another click, am I going to lose sales? Actually, no, nobody lost any sales when we convert this affiliate link to a landing page link that shows the product image, and then you can click and still go to Amazon, for example. Because like these people made the effort to make a comment on your post. They're not the one who will give up just with one extra click. They already made the effort to make a comment. So they actually didn't lose anything. And then they avoid the situation of getting flagged, getting their account shut down.
Oh, super interesting. Yeah, that is one fact that I did not know. And so it's super helpful to use this platform to avoid some of those conflicts you can run into with these applications. So that's great to know. I want to know how to get set up as a creator on the platform. What's kind of the process or the steps, just in a nutshell? Erica and I have loved getting set up on the platform ourselves, and you can see an example of that on our bios on Instagram. So be sure to check those
Awesome.
out. But Joy, would love to kind of know what that process is to getting started with Markable AI.
Yeah, it's super simple. You just need to go to App Store and search Markable AI. And Markable is like remarkable without the re. So you will find it immediately and then you can download it. And once you download, you can just log in with your Facebook login. That's it. Then follow the steps. Yeah. So
Yeah.
everything is made super simple. In the app, people will see that we have a couple really fun feature, like they can select what category they are in, and then when they go to the viral product, they can see all the viral products within their categories. One thing we noticed, like 90% of the creators are wasting time with products they're not gonna sell. Um, and so we come up with a viral product list in different categories to give you ideas. Like these products are almost guaranteed that they're well inventory. They have enough inventory to support your traffic, and also they have super high click to purchase rate. So these are the products actually pushed and recommended by these big retailers. And they only recommend things that are well stocked and also have a high click to purchase rate. Yeah.
That is so cool. And it also gives you inspiration too as a creator. Maybe you're thinking through, upcoming content and you're like, oh, what should I be, posting about or whatever. And then you scroll through those viral products and you say, oh, I actually really love this product. I'll make a video about it, put it out there. People can click on my link in bio and go get that right away. I think that's so brilliant. And it is, just to echo Cassie, it is super, super easy to get set up on the app. You were like, all you have to do is log in and yeah, that's it. But it's so true. It's like the easiest thing ever to set up. So
And I do want
yeah,
to add that, everybody listening to the podcast, we are, giving like a New Year special. So you have 7 days free trial. So if you log in now, you don't even need to put in your credit card. You automatically get a 7-day free trial. So you can utilize all of our features besides the ones we just talked about. And we also have like AI collage. Like a lot of creators like pay other assistant $20 per image. I was like, that's crazy. You can get it for free in the app. And also AI caption. A lot of people don't know what to write in their caption to help sell the product. So we have all those features ready. And the AI caption is actually using like a ChatGPT, similar technology. So yeah, we are at the state of art of technology, and we combine them for you. The reason we use the app is because a lot of the creators told us that they've been using other, creator workflow automation software, but a lot of them are on desktop. They're not really invented for creators. Like for example, ManyChat is invented for the brands, so as many other, features. But creators a lot of them are busy moms, right? And they're like traveling, they're doing grocery shopping on the side. So we want to give them a easy to use app that they can operate everything. They can even see the analytics, the dashboards, know what product has sold the most, get the most clicked on, all these things in their palm.
That is so great. And it's so good to have that all in one platform, like you were saying, with everything that you could possibly need as a creator. It's almost like a get started being a creator application. So I love that.
It's like
It's
getting started, but with the top 1% creators
exactly.
with
Yeah.
tools, right?
Yes. Is there like a follower requirement to use Markable's tools or not really?
Not really. I will say that we only market ourselves to like mostly top 1% of creators.
Sure.
So those top 1% have heard of us, but we don't actually have a limit for the number of sites following you can join. So anyone can download the app and log in and see the tools. So yeah, so maybe you haven't heard about us, but we are actually already pretty famous in the top 1%.
I love that. That is so great. Okay, so moving on just from Markable, we'll have everything linked out in the show notes so people can check you out and figure out where they can find Markable AI and download the app and all of that. But I wanted to just hear from you really quickly. We love to ask this question on the show, and that is, what do you know now that you wish you knew a little earlier on in your career?
One thing I mentioned earlier is like definitely listening to people's pain point. Don't create something that you think is cool, but create something that other people actually say that's really solve their big problem. And that will make your life a lot more rewarding as well. Because I think I wasted many, many years of my entrepreneurial life earlier when I was serving these big platform to figure out they just gonna try to buy us for cheap, right? So, and that was kind of painful, and that was like almost makes you a little bit cynical because you don't see the rewarding experience of other people saying how helpful you are. And then when I switched to working with creators, we actually felt the whole team like felt so much more rewarding because like we constantly getting creators saying, oh, this is so cool, this really solved my problem. And some of them will give us a suggestion, say, hey, if you add this feature, we'll make it even better. Like these kind of feedback is just so valuable directly from our customers. That's one thing. And then the other thing is like, be picky who your teammates are. Be very picky. Like I would say hire slow, but fire fast. So it's kind of like I made a lot of mistake. Like, if I like someone, I think they're cool, I bring them on the team, and then if you're friends with them, then it becomes harder to let them go. So I think the other thing is be more picky and then say the ugly things up front. Like, if you don't hit this target, then we'll just remain friends. Not nothing personal. Like, yeah, so mental health.
Absolutely. That's so good. It reminds me of a book that's actually sitting on my desk right now. It's called The Myth of the Nice Girl. And it talks a lot about that. Like just having, you can be nice while also standing up for what you need in your business or in your career or whatever. So I think it's incredibly important. So thank you for that. Well, Joy, as we close out, do you mind sharing with us the best way to get in contact with you and also Markable AI, just so we can stay in touch with you personally and everything that you guys have going on with the brand?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I realizing a lot of the brands in your audience are actually, potentially user of our system too. Like our feature are not just made for creators. It's for anyone who have a social media account, like including brands. So you guys are all welcome to use our feature. And actually, the deep link does help brands for brand campaign to improve their sales by minimum 3 times. Imagine, when you come to a creators, they're using a regular link and then most of their followers end up didn't buy your products because they're using a regular link. Like, so we actually currently we have a bunch of brand customers are just using the deep link to do social campaigns with creators as well. So it's easier to reach me at joy@markable.ai, markable, not remarkable without the .ai, because we're actually an AI company. And the other way to reach us, like if I don't respond to you fast enough, that please, DM us on our Instagram account. We also have our Instagram account, Markable AI, and we actually have 2 teammates watching over the DMs like 24 hours. So if I miss anything, they will pass it to me for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us today, sharing all things Markable AI. And we're excited, like we said, to continue using the application and stoked to continue watching out what's coming up for you guys. So thanks so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Marketing Happy Hour podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to subscribe, rate, and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. If you want more of Marketing Happy Hour but don't know where to start, we invite you to download our free Marketing Happy Hour starter kit at marketinghappyhr.com/starter-kit. This interactive magazine-style PDF walks through who we are, includes helpful resources like a marketing term glossary and the printable daily planner sheet that we actually use ourselves, and contains clickable links to our episode recommendations by subject area. Not to mention all the fun extras like a quiz, the link to our Marketing Happy Hour Insiders Facebook group, a word search, a playlist, a goal-setting guide, content inspo by month, and more. It's our hope that you'll dive into this resource and walk away more confident in your career journey with a group of industry pals that you can lean on for advice and support. Snag your free starter kit today at marketinghappyhr.com/starter-kit for all of the info you need to become a Marketing Happy Hour insider.